Hi, it's Abby again. I am folding paper cranes, and I just wanted to make another video talking about what a vigil plan is. Since that is really what folding paper cranes does, I wanted to talk to you about what the vigil plan is. So folding paper cranes helps you plan a vigil. So let's talk about what that is. A lot of people get confused with the word vigil because they think of a candlelight vigil. This is not a candlelight vigil. This is the last several days or hours of your life. It is the time when there's nothing left medically to do to prolong your life. We're just providing comfort and waiting for the end. So your family will gather and they will put this plan into place. And you will be probably predominantly unconscious, but potentially floating in and out of consciousness during this time. So we create this plan, but why do we create this plan? Because as a society, we don't really know how to die anymore. Obviously, our bodies eventually die, but we don't have the spiritual or even just compassionate part of it. It's been so sanitized and so medicalized that people don't know how to sit with the dying, they don't know how to sit with the sick. And at this point, when we die, because thanks to all of our advances in medical technology, we are really, really frail and really, really sick when we're dying. 150 years ago, people were not as frail, not as old, not as sick when they died. But we have been able to maintain diseases, treat diseases, and prolong lives. So people are really, really frail, and we as a society don't know how to be with really frail, very sick people. We don't know whether it's okay to hold their hand, we don't know what to say, we don't know what to do. This is why there's this plan. So why would you make this plan if you are young and have no expectation of dying anytime soon? Well, the motto for Folding Paper Cranes is better living through death planning. And I really believe in that. I really believe that if you take the time to really think about what your end of life is going to look like, it's going to impact your life right now and make you have a better, happier, healthier life right now. So by reflecting upon how you want your end to look, you can make decisions on what you should do in the now, and try to live a life that's going to give you a better end, and appreciate your now more. You're really addressing anxieties and really hopefully relieving a lot of anxieties that you might have about death. If you really think about it and make this great plan that you can incorporate, funny things into it or whatever you want, it's really about you. You make this plan and it really will reflect who you are. So if you get a terrible diagnosis or simply you just live until you're 99 and you've got this plan in place, you can make edits to it as you age and you think, I don't really want to do that anymore. I want a different song. I want a different whatever. You can always make edits to it, but you have that time to do that and you don't really have to think about it very often, but you've had that opportunity to really face what you want and create a better life right now. So I've compiled a couple quotes to talk about this, to help me talk about this. I read this article from The Guardian this morning, and they quote a woman by the name of Professor Dame Leslie Fallowfield. And she says, "We all know that events sometimes supersede your wishes, but we can think it through and make it the best it can possibly be. Making a death plan shouldn't be seen as a macabre thing to do." I fully agree with this, obviously. That's no surprise to anyone. I also found a quote by Parker J. Palmer, and they say, "The human soul doesn't want to be advised of, fixed, or saved. It simply wants to be witnessed, to be seen, heard, and companioned exactly as it is." So I chose this quote because with a vigil plan, we are really just trying to do a plan that has people being with you just the way you are, without judgment, without any preconceived notions, and just be with you and make the best of the situation. I also included something I found on some of the death doula, end of life doula groups I'm in on Facebook. Yes, there are end of life doula groups on Facebook. It means, so it's a definition for holding space. We talk frequently about holding space for souls as end-of-life doulas. It means that we are willing to walk alongside another person in whatever journey they're on without judging them, making them feel inadequate, trying to fix them, or trying to impact the outcome. When we hold space for other people, we open our hearts, offer unconditional support, and let go of judgment and control. So this plan is really about making sure that you have the framework so that people can hold space for you. It's really about you, and so if they're holding space for you, then you're in good shape. And the last one I have is from Fred Rogers, because really, who doesn't love Mr. Rogers? "You rarely have time for everything you want in this life, so you need to make choices, and hopefully your choices can come from a deep sense of who you are." So if you don't know how you want your end to be, then it's really hard to make decisions on what we want to do right now. So that's what I have to say about vigil plans. If you would like to make an appointment, I will provide the link for my website in the description below, and you can scroll all the way down to the bottom and make an appointment directly on the website. Or directly it'll link you to the appointment software. Thank you again for listening, and I will see you in the next video.